If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. For more than 2 years now, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legion, Savage Crucible, Marvel Legends, NECA, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, hi everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's Season 2 of Meet the Collector, and I could not kick off Season 2 with a better guest than my good friend Carlos from the Badass Reviews. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me here.
Dude, you're one of my favorite YouTubers because you always bring like the positivity, the love. Like whenever I see you review or talk about a figure, whether it's in a review or if it's on YouTube, on Instagram or whatever, like you're always so like enthusiastic and so positive. And sometimes people ask me, they're like, I'll get that. They're like, why are you always positive? Why don't you say a lot of negative stuff? And I'm like, well, I don't get a lot of stuff for free. So I have to buy most of it. I mean, 99% of everything I get, I have to pay for. So I have to make up my mind before I buy something. If I'm, do I think I'm going to love this or do I think I'm going to hate it? If I think I'm going to hate it, I don't buy it. So like, I'll talk about negatives. I talk about things that bother me, but that's why I do it. A lot of people are like, I wish you were a little more critical. I'm like, yeah, I could always be a little more critical, but I'm always, I'm trying to enjoy the thing that I bought and spent hard money on. I don't want to have to return this thing,
Yeah, no, totally. I'm totally with you. Pretty much what I review, what I take pictures and stuff like that on my Instagram is pretty much things that I really like. I mean, if I don't like something, to me at least doesn't make sense. I mean, if it's a business type of situation where you need to review stuff as a business stuff, like that's a different story because people send you stuff, like
Right.
all the time. I mean, it happens to me, but when I do reviews from stuff that people send me, I try always to get in contact with people and tell them like, listen, this is what I collect, this is what I like. So it's kind of like aligned with what I do, what I like,
Mhm.
like and like talking about positivity in the community, like I've seen so much negativity, not just in the community, but in this world,
Oh,
that
for sure.
I always try to put my best to spread like positivity in the community.
Mhm.
That's my goal with everything in life. If I can help people with everything in life, that's my goal. That's my happiness. When people are happy, when people do good, that's where my happiness is. So
Yep.
that's pretty much my goal.
Yeah, I have a couple of YouTubers that are like, these are the people that I watch if I'm on the fence and I want to be talked into it. I'll watch The Amazing, I'll watch you. I got a couple of reviewers that are the opposite, like if I want somebody to talk me out of buying a figure, then I'm like, these are the guys I'll go and watch because I want them to talk me out of it because they're going to focus on the negative. So it's, yeah, absolutely.
No,
Well, this is
thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for having me in that list with the amazing. I mean, D is good friends. We're good
good.
friends, and I mean he's one of the guys that I always watch when I'm like looking at reviews and stuff like that. Also, Robo, we're good
Oh
friends
yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
I mean, we have a good relationship. Also on Parallel Universe, Wade, uh, we have good relationships. Like they're good people overall.
Yeah.
They're good people,
Yeah,
and
I've met Robo a few times. I'm trying to get him on here. I'm trying to get him on Meet the Collector.
oh yeah, that
But
would
yeah,
be great.
he's one of those guys that if I need to be talked into buying something, he's gonna spew love all over it. Well, the way Meet the Collector works is I like to sit down and get to know the collector through their collecting habits and things about their collection and all of that. And we don't talk about work, we don't talk about family, we don't talk about pretty much the community. It's all focused on you and your collecting and letting everybody get a chance to know you better through your habits and see where things line up. So we're just going to get cracking. We've got 20 questions. I've asked all these people before the same 20 questions. You're getting the same. So we're going to kick things off with What was your favorite figure growing up?
My favorite figure growing up. Oh, that's a good question. I think because I have two, actually, I will say three seasons of collecting. Um Pretty much when I was a kid, when I was little, I will say my favorite toy was He-Man from Masters of the Universe.
Mm,
I'm from the 70s, so I was born in 75. So I grew up with He-Man and Masters of the Universe when they came out in 81, 82.
mhm.
So I will say when I was a kid till maybe I will say 10 years old or something like that, my go-to collection was Masters of the Universe, and He-Man was pretty much my favorite action figure. Then in my teens, I will say, man, in my teens, I will say maybe like Spawn when I
Yeah.
start collecting again, because I stopped collecting for a while. Uh, like the transition between being a kid to kind of
Mhm.
like preteen, so I kind of like stopped. So I start collecting again when McFarlane came out with Spawn, the movie,
Yep.
and all those figures. And, he changed the community totally. And for every single one of us, like all people, I will say,
Mhm.
it was like mind blowing coming from GI Joe figures, Masters of the Universe figures, and seeing these McFarlane toys so detailed. Like it was mind blowing. So I will say Spawn was kind of like my favorite. And now that I'm an adult collector, uh, man, I have so many things that I love, but I will say my favorite figure, or one, I have several favorites, but I will say the constant one will be Vorgos Vermilius from
Mm,
Mythic Legions. The
yeah,
first one who
I got
came
you.
out, the 1.0. I will say that's in my top three best action figures that I own right now.
Yeah. We're extremely close in age. It sounds like our stories are almost exactly the same. I was born in 76, so I grew
Oh,
up in the 80s. So I was definitely a kid of the Holy Trinity, which was, GI Joe, Transformers, and He-Man. I loved them all equally. I could not tell you which one I had more figures of. I couldn't tell you which one I loved more as a kid. They were just those were my three staples. I went to them. I've got like core memories with each one of those toy lines, and definitely not to be pushed to the side, but definitely Star Wars Kenner, 3 3/4 inch figures. If there was four, if there was a holy quadrilogy, then it'd be those four. And then yeah, Spawn changed the game. Todd Toys, like Todd Toys back before it was McFarlane Toys, when it was just called Todd Toys. Yeah, Spawn was a game changer. Well, it's funny you hit on this because my very next question is, we all typically go through, people of our age typically go through that season of, we collected as a kid, and then, whether it was bikes and girls or video games or something, gets us out of it and gets us more outside and more active and more social as our horizons broaden. But then there always seems to be something, some catalyst as an adult that brings you back into collecting. What was it as an adult for you that brought you back into collecting, or did you not have that gap between a teenager and adulthood where you weren't collecting?
well, you just nailed it. I believe as kids from the 70s, 80s,
Hmm.
I believe we have pretty much the same transitions as pop culture fans, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I will say because we're Generation X, it was like we were like really exposed to girls and stuff like that, like the movies and everything that was
Hmm.
going on. And I believe when I start becoming like a preteen, something like that, I mean, girls, of course, you're at school, you want to be the cool kid, whatever. So that kind of like influence in my how why I stopped. And
Hmm.
we grew up as kids, we grew up really fast, in a really fast pace, I will say, in
Hmm.
our generation. Like we were forced to, hey, you know what, you need to be a man, you need to be whatever, like grow up like fast. So I think that was kind of like the influence. I was raised by my grandpa. He was a lumberjack, so he kind of like like, oh, you need to be what, you know, like
Yeah.
it was kind of like that. So, but what makes me go back to collecting, I will say, was comic books. Um,
Mm.
Comic books, because when I went to college, I had these friends at the neighborhood, and they were all collecting comic books, and one of them was collecting a lot of action figures, right? So one day I went to his house and I saw these all these action figures, and mainly was, I believe, uh, I don't know if you remember the Toy Biz Fantastic Four line,
Yeah. Hmm.
those like four, I think like 4 inches. Um, when I saw those figures, and I was a really still till today, I'm a huge fan of Thanos, right? Infinity
Mm. Hmm.
Gauntlet, all that series, Thanos Quest. And when I saw the Thanos figure from Toy Biz, I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I like this. And then I saw the Terax one that comes with the little rock that move with wheels.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, I was like blowing away. So I was like, you know what? I want to start collecting this. So I start picking up like little by little, and then I I think transition to Marvel Universe, the 3 and 3/4 inches.
Oh
Oh
yeah, I
my,
remember those.
those were insane.
Yeah.
I had every single one of them. So pretty much that's what it is. The comic books, my friendship with other people around that love action figures, that's what makes me go back to collecting again.
Yeah. I remember I would go into my comic book shop every week and I would see like not only like McFarlane stuff, but I'd also see like, do you remember like Witchblade was real popular?
God, they were insane. I mean, still,
Yeah.
I have a
Lady
very,
Death.
oh yeah, I have a big store, like a comic store near my house. It's Tate's Comics. I think it's one of the,
Oh, I've been to Tate's. Oh,
yeah,
man, that place is amazing.
it's like maybe 20 minutes from my house, maybe like 10 minutes from my work, or five
Oh,
minutes driving.
wow.
So, and my martial arts school, before I left the school to my students, was across the street from Tate's.
Nice.
So Tate's is kind of like my go-to when I just window shopping. If I want to check
Tate's
new
is like a
action figures,
mecca, man. If you're ever in the state of Florida, make the drive down
yeah,
to it's just outside Miami, right?
yeah, no, isn't let me tell you, that city is Lauderhill. Lauderhill is
Okay.
kind of like, I will say, if you want to know like a big city that is close to it, it will be Fort Lauderdale, kind of
Okay.
like close to Fort Lauderdale. It's in between Coral Springs, my city, and Sunrise, pretty much
Okay.
Sunrise, Florida. So it's one of the, I think they're like one of the 10 biggest comic stores in United States or something like that.
Yeah, I remember my wife. Oh man, this was it had to be more than 15 years ago because it was before our first child was born. My wife had a vet conference she had to go to down. I think it was in Sarasota, and so during the day I didn't have anything to do, so I would just try to find stuff to drive to. And one day I saw this place called Tate's Comics, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try that out. I did not know what I was in store for. That place is huge. It's got a second story. It was the first store that I ever walked into and saw Hot Toys for sale, like in the store.
Yeah, it's crazy. Actually, when was the last time you came?
That was it. That's the one and only time. So it would have been more than 15 years ago.
Oh no, man. Like now it's double the size. They bought the store next door. So
Oh
they're
my
like
God.
double the size, and they bought another place, like they have a tattoo shop in between. So they bought another place. They have like Tate's on one side, the tattoo shop, and next to it is like they call the Tate's Satellite, where they play role games like
Oh, nice. Okay.
Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a huge place. It's a
Wow.
huge place. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got to come back. That place was so dope.
Oh, you need to. You need to.
All right. So now that we're into you collecting as an adult, have you, because I know I have to do this, have you put parameters on yourself? Like, do you have rules or guidelines for how you collect or what you collect? Like, do you have parameters? You're like, this is my lane and I'm gonna try to stay in it, or is it just whatever catches your fancy?
Not really. I collect everything I like.
Mm-hmm.
I have no rules with action figures or what I collect. I like several stuff, and I believe it's pretty much like the way I I will say like drive myself in life. Uh, I'm not a guy that you can like just like
Mm, hmm.
square in this. I like to do everything. I like to enjoy life in every single way, and the same way I enjoy action figures. Uh, you can see me collecting like these little McDonald's like kids meal toys,
Hmm.
and going to something like Mesco, or like SH Figuarts or stuff like that, Mythic Legion, Savage Crucible, Warhammer, Joy Toy, everything. I collect everything I like.
Hmm. All right, that's cool. I dig it. Do you set a budget for yourself, so that you're like, all right, to kind of like keep things manageable and controllable?
Yes. So I'm really responsible with money, because like as adults, I mean, with family and stuff, you need to be responsible with how much you spend in action figures. Uh, Thankfully, uh, I got to the point, like thanks to my YouTube channel and my Instagram, where I'm getting lots of stuff like free, just to review and stuff like that, which is really cool, and I really appreciate that. But I have two type of budget. It's kind of like space wise, because I don't want to
Hmm.
be like, listen, my wife built my toy room, right, in the garage, because she didn't want to have action figures all over the house, right? And so I have a space, certain space, that I try to rotate my collection. I don't like to be like super crowded with my collection, so I kind of
Hmm.
like rotate my collection. Whatever I'm not using, I put it like on like some stores that I have, and pretty much that's it. So it's budget and space. So that
Yeah.
those are my two rules with how much I spend or how many figures I buy.
Yeah, I definitely have to do like my wife is like, nope. If it's not in this room, this is my office. This is where like I do all of my toy reviews and my live streams right here. I actually work like my business computers over there, and I work because I work from home. So I spend a good portion of my day in this room. There's no action figures throughout the house. Like she's like, I don't want to see that stuff. Like it
Well,
stays in my
we're in the same page.
yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this about collecting. Do you have like a certain character or characters that are like these are your favorites and it really doesn't matter who makes it or how much it costs, like you're going to collect that figure because you love that character.
I will say He-Man.
Ah, okay.
I will say He-Man. He-Man, my favorite character out of all the He-Man franchise. I say He-Man because everybody knows He-Man, but I will say my favorite character is Anti-Eternia He-Man.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that
Why that guy? Why
really
attached to that guy?
really niche, because the story of this character came from Germany back in the 80s, when Masters of the Universe was really popular. But it was really popular in Germany and Europe. Most people don't know here in the United States how popular Masters of the Universe is in Europe. So specifically Germany, they were doing these audio plays in the radio, right? Like of Masters of the Universe, like stories. And one of the stories was Anti-Eternia. And Anti-Eternia He-Man comes from one of those audio tapes. I actually have the original audio tape of
Nice. Is it
Anti-Eternia
in
He-Man. So
German?
yeah, it's all in German.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, the character is pretty much like an opposite of He-Man.
Yeah.
He's from another dimension. Skeletor opened a portal to another dimension to bring him into Eternia to fight He-Man, and at the end of the day, He-Man and Skeletor need to join forces to fight him because he was so powerful. So
Mm.
imagine the most powerful man in the universe, but he's like the most evil one at the same time. So he doesn't restrict himself. He goes all out to try to kill people. So yeah, it's a really interesting story, and I really love the character. So weird because I'm totally the opposite to that character, right?
Right.
I always try to do good to everybody, but I'm always attracted to evil characters.
Me
Like
too.
I love
Me too.
Thanos. I
Hmm.
love Anti-Eternia He-Man. So I will say Anti-Eternia He-Man and Thanos are really close to each other in my kind of like favorite action figure that I always
Nice.
try to collect. Yeah.
Yeah, with Transformers, I always loved Soundwave more. It was always the Decepticons. With G.I. Joe, my favorite was Zartan and Storm Shadow. Like, I just always loved the bad guys. With He-Man, I loved weird characters. I mean, I loved Cyclone and Rio Blast, but I really loved Merman. He was like my favorite in Trapjaw. Like the bad guys were just so good.
Yeah, they
They
were
were
so
so
good. They were
yeah,
so
I
good.
love that.
Specifically, the ones when Masters of the Universe came, like the actual action figures. I mean, I'm a huge Alcala fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Alfredo Alcala was kind of like my go-to, and it was so shocking to me when the cartoon came out because all the characters in the mini comics were so badass, and then when the cartoon came out, it was so like they were so dumb. And I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God, what is this? Because I was used to Merman kicking He-Man's butt, like it was
yeah.
in the mini comics.
And
Uh,
in the
I-
cartoon, He-Man just throws it in the water all the time, and you're like, "That's where he came from. Like,
yeah,
that's not a punishment, you know?"
Triclops, like Triclops, for example. I remember in the mini comics when he came out, he punched Battle Cat in the face and he knocked him out. So
Nice.
it was a shocking, like, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I've heard there's 2, maybe 3 end credit sequences in the new Masters of the Universe movie, so if one of them happens to, tease Anti-Eternia He-Man, I know you're gonna be losing your mind in the theater. Are you excited for this movie?
Oh yes, I am. I don't want to be overexcited because of how things are going on with movies recently. I mean, some
Right.
movies are good, some movies are really bad. But to be honest with you, when I go to a movie theater to watch a movie, I don't pay attention to any of the reviews.
Me
I'm
either.
going with an open mind, and I'm going just for the fact that I want to enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
I don't look for
I want to enjoy something. I don't wanna go in and be disappointed. Like, I don't go in looking for things to complain about. Like, I want to go in
exactly.
and love everything that I'm about to see.
And that's what most of the people go now, like to look for secret like messages, for agendas, for try to look for the bad things in movies. I go to the movie theater just to have fun.
Yeah, I
I
wanna
mean,
escape all the craziness. I have high hopes for the film because of the guy who, wrote it and directed it, Travis Knight. So, for people who don't really know, like, Travis Knight made the best Transformers movie. He made Bumblebee. Like,
yeah,
he's like, "We're going back to the '80s. Like, we're
yeah,
gonna set this." I mean, if you think about that opening sequence in Bumblebee when it's all on Cybertron and you get, like, the G1 classic Transformers that you know and love, and they look like the cartoon, like, he directed that. This guy is also the head animator at Leica Studios who did Kubo and the Two Strings, and like he does like stop motion animation. Like that's where he cut his teeth. So he gets animation. He gets that joy and that love of characters and worlds and like building worlds and doing it from scratch and doing it by hand. And so when I heard he was the one directing it, I was like, this is in good hands. Like
and if you
I'm
you see the characters they
oh
look
man.
awesome. I mean, he kind of like nailed it with all the characters. The look of Skeletor, I mean,
Yeah.
Trapjaw, he looks fantastic. Beastman,
Yeah.
like
And I don't know if you've watched Geek Dad Life, if you've watched his Jay's non-spoiler review because he saw it at the premiere and he was like, there are characters in the movie you have not seen in any of the promotional materials, trailers, toys, clips, or anything. He's like, there are characters that we have not seen yet. And he
no,
was
yeah, I
we're
was
gonna
talking to Mega J because Mega J and me were like really close friends.
yeah, I
He
love
was there.
Jay.
Eternian Royalty also, Mike. I mean, I helped them to organize the Motuniverse, which is this weekend event in California. They're good friends of mine.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm gonna see them in San Diego this July. But
nice.
but yeah, I mean, and Jay from Geek Dog Life, we're good friends also, and I was watching his non-spoiler review. He was really excited, and
Yeah.
everybody's telling me, like all my friends that are like really good fans of Masters of the Universe, they're telling me like, listen, Carlos, the movie is great. You're gonna enjoy the
Yeah.
movie. So yeah, let's see.
I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. Well, you touched on it a little bit when you said your wife helped you build it, but where do you keep your collection?
In my toy room. Uh, I have my toy. It's pretty similar to you, right? Like I have my toy room where I do all my reviews and all my videos and photography and stuff like that. This is where I have my whole
Is it a
collection.
room? Is it a room in the house? Is it in the garage
It's in the
detached
garage.
or
We build a toy room in the garage with AC and everything, and
nice?
yeah, that's where I have everything here. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. So I probably know the answer to this question, but what percentage of your collection is in package versus open?
Oh man, like whatever I'm not like displaying in the displays, I have in boxes. But most of my figures, every single one, I will say, except from something that is like maybe like super rare, is open. Uh, I
Yeah.
mean, I enjoy to play with my action figures. I
Yep.
enjoy to take pictures of my action figures, and I review action figures. So it's pretty much my job to open stuff that nobody wants to open, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, this isn't one of the 20, but now I'm curious because I'm seeing a lot of Joy Toy back there. Do you keep all the boxes or do you toss boxes?
Oh man, with the Joy Toy, I keep all the boxes. That's
Yeah,
one of the things that
dang.
is driving me crazy.
I
Uh,
bet.
yeah, I'm trying to. Um, what I'm gonna do is try to get all my accessories. I'm gonna buy like a big box so where I can label all the accessories for Joy Toy because
Yeah.
every single one is really similar. So
Mhm.
I don't want to like mix stuff. So I want to do that and then toss all the boxes in my um on my attic. That's what I'm planning to do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm planning to do.
I
I
used
mean,
to
I
be a
need
box
to
keeper,
organize.
but man, not anymore. I've then got to the point, I guess maybe when I hit 50, I was like, I'm tired of storing boxes for other people because I feel like that's what I'm doing. Like I'm keeping the box because I'm like, well, one day I'm probably going to sell this figure and they're
Mhm.
going to want the box. So I feel like I'm storing it for other people. So now I'm just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Like it's coming out of the package. I'm throwing that package away. Like I'm not going to store for other people who I don't even know yet, you know?
Yeah,
But
but if, the problem with Joy Toy is like they come with so many accessories and little
yeah.
accessories that you need to store them something and somewhere and at the same time like you need to be organized because
Mhm.
all of them are pretty similar and I don't want to mix stuff. So that's why right now my head is like what I'm gonna do with my Joy Toy collection, uh, regardless the boxes. That's my
Yeah,
plan.
right now I do stuff like this. Like
Yeah,
I'll buy these type of things, pretty cheap at Walmart, like 3 or 4 or $5, and I'll try to somehow if I can get a sticker, like this is the
Meta
Meta
Travelers.
Travelers. Yeah, so I'll like try to put all their stuff in here. I probably have like 20 of these down here, all labeled because I try to keep stuff like that. But when it comes to figures like Mafex or like Mezco 112, I keep the package because I'm like, I have like Conan Mesco, but then also Batman Mesco, and I don't want to put all those accessories together. So
Yes.
some boxes I keep Mesco 112, Mafex, SH Figure Arts, the rest of it.
Yeah, those high end figures make sense,
Yeah.
to be honest. Or for example, like the Joy Toy Primarchs, which are the big
Hmm.
guys. So you need to keep those boxes because those boxes are apart. Aside from they're like super nice, they're like that hard cardboard type of
Yeah.
material, and the inserts are all like that foam. So I kind of like love those packages. But the rest of the figures, I'm gonna toss everything on my attic.
Do you follow Blake Warhammer After Dark?
Well, I'm part of Warhammer, Toy Hammer After Dark.
Oh, Toy Hammer After Dark. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all
I'm
right.
part of the
All right.
team. Like we're three
Okay,
of them.
perfect.
Is Raid, Blake, and me.
Okay. All right. I have not watched his show in a minute. And man, yeah, Blake is such a good friend of mine. And I know he loves Joy. I
Oh,
mean,
Blake is
that is
awesome. Blake is my brother, man. Like, and I joined the
kindred
team.
spirits. Yeah.
Yeah, I joined the team late. I will say I've been there for maybe like over 20 episodes or so, maybe like
Oh, wow. Okay.
30
Okay.
episodes. So yeah, I just joined the team with Raid and Blake. They're good people. They're
Oh,
good
man.
guys. They're like my brothers. I meet Blake because of Mythic Legions.
Hmm. Same.
But after that, he knew I was like a big Joy Toy fan and Warhammer specifically. So he kind of like told me like, hey, listen, I have this show with Raid. I don't know if you want to join, whatever, this and that. And I was like, sure. They invite me one day, and
Nice.
then after that show, they talked to me like, hey, listen, you want to be part of the team and be with us in every single show? And I was like, sure. So yeah, now I'm part of the Toy Hammer After
Nice.
Dark
That's
team.
awesome. That's awesome. Are you going to the his West Coast meetup? Are you going to
West
be able
Coast,
to do that?
no. This,
Pacific Northwest meetup.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard for me because right
Yeah.
now, for example, I'm skipping Motuniverse, which I helped to organize, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
This is this weekend. This year it's gonna be hard for me because I have San Diego, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Pat, because Icon Heroes invite me to the
Oh,
event.
nice.
So I was really fortunate for that. So I thank my good friend Pat for that. And I'm with Meta Travelers as well. I'm kind of like light part of the team of Meta Travelers. Marco and Jeremy, we're like super good friends.
Nice.
And now I'm working with them. I didn't say it before because like I do toy reviews and stuff like that. So I kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like, but I'm pretty much part of the family for Meta Travelers. Actually, after this interview, I have a meeting with them talking about like what's coming next. But yeah, it's so many things that I have this year, like by the end of
Yeah.
the year, that I need to be. It's like with action figures, you don't want to spend that much money because all those travels is money,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
like you have family and stuff. And aside from that, I have a trip to Europe at the end of the year, and that's
Ooh.
driving me
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already saving because me and some buddies are doing Star Wars Celebration in LA next
Oh
year.
wow,
It's the
that's
50th
I've
anniversary of.
never been in the Star Wars celebration, dude.
Oh
Never.
man, so I went once in 2017 when it was down in Orlando, so it was really close because you and I are in the same state,
Hmm.
and it was like a 4-hour trip. So of course we did it. That was the year Last Jedi was coming out, and so that was the whole celebration. So they're skipping it this year so that next year they can do it for their 50th.
It's gonna
And
be big.
everything, yeah, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna line up with the 50th anniversary of a lot of things, and
Do you
then we're
watch
gonna
the
try.
movie already?
No, we're my wife and I are going tonight. We're
Oh,
going tonight.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
first Star Wars movie in 7 years, dude. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
planning to go this weekend too. So
yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna go see it tonight in IMAX. So I'm super excited. Big Star Wars
Awesome.
fan. So yeah, we're doing that. And then like the George Lucas Museum is like literally a block away or something like
Oh,
that from
that's
where it's gonna
cool.
be. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, I mean, we've already got tickets. That was like a complete disaster. But yeah, I mean, I'm already saving for that trip because that trip alone is probably gonna be about $2,500. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, California is expensive.
I've never been, so I've never been any
No?
further west than Texas.
Oh,
So
wow. So I know California really, really well because back in the days when I was a fighter, I used to go travel to California to train. So,
nice.
and this is back when I was living in Panama. So before I moved to Florida. So yeah, it was
All right, so
wild.
I'm
But
gonna need some restaurant recommendations for sure.
oh man, California is great. I mean, just by going place, I mean, you have plenty of places to pick because they have like crazy, crazy places there.
All right, I probably already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What's your preferred scale of collecting action figures?
Okay, this is I I mean 112.
Hmm.
112, but my biggest collection right now is 118. So it's it's
Yeah, Joy
it's
Toy.
yeah, it's crazy because I talked to myself back in the days when I was collecting Marvel Universe, right? Uh, Marvel Universe was 3 and 3/4 inch, 112, 118. So I sold my entire Marvel Universe collection, and I'm talking about over maybe like 300 figures,
Yeah.
right? And they were all in
Not a lot.
package. They were all in package because I really love the artwork
Yeah.
for those
Mhm.
packages. So I didn't want to mess the packages of those figures. So after I saw that, I thought to myself, I was like, I'm going just all in with 112. Never again with 118. Never again. And I believe it was McFarlane's fault because I think one of my first Warhammer figures I got was from McFarlane, the early ones.
Mhm.
And a friend of mine showed me a picture of a Grey Knights from Joy Toy one day, and I was like, "What is that?" I thought that was like totally something else, and he's like, "Whoa, that's Joy Toy Warhammer," and I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Let me buy just one intercessor,"
Oh, man.
and that was it.
That was it. Now how many Joy Toys do you think you've bought since then?
Man, I have over over 200,
Oh,
maybe more.
how long ago was this?
Uh, I will say maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Ooh, man.
It's
So
addictive.
that's probably been the bulk of your budget has been Joy
It's
Toy
it's
over the last year or so.
it's addictive. It's
Yeah,
addictive.
it's crazy. I have 4 or 5 and I've got a bike and I have to keep it to a minimum or I'll go down a rabbit hole. Well, along that line, what was the very last action figure that you bought and spent money on?
My last action figure that I bought, uh, maybe the Trap Joe from the He-Man movie.
Oh, the
Uh,
Chronicles. I'm looking for that. I can't wait
yeah,
to find it
I
locally.
went to my local Target and one day I was like, you know what, this figure looks really cool because I got He-Man and Skeletor first, and I really love what Mattel is doing with those figures.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh, yeah, I got my He-Man right here.
oh, man, that figure is incredible. They feel like Jada toys, right?
Yeah, it's precisely what I said in my review.
Yeah,
Yep.
they feel like Jada toys. So I got the Trapjo. The Trapjo is such a great figure, man. I
And
really
I've
love it.
seen that he's a lot bigger than He-Man. He kinda towers over
Yeah,
him.
it's
Yeah.
towers He-Man. Like it's way bigger. So I can't wait to see Beastman.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I saw somebody last night on Instagram. I think I liked it, so I'll have to send it to you, but, they bought the core version, and then they repainted it to make it look more like the old school cartoon, and I was like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, now I wanna do that." I haven't bought any of the core figures, but they look great for 10 bucks, man,
Yeah,
so
they
it
look great. I have even the minis, the new minis from I
Mhm.
think Walmart is the one
Yeah.
who have them. I did a review on those figures. They're great. They're like vintage, but in mini form with better
Mhm.
articulation. I love those minifigures, man. They're really fun.
I said in my review of, the Mattel He-Man, it was like, "If you're gonna copy anybody in the retail space right now, copy Jada because whatever they're doing, it's magic, and do that." And if this is any indicator into, like, the body, the buck, the articulation that Mattel will bring to the adult DC line, I'm all in. Like,
Yeah,
I am
sorry to interrupt that, but yeah,
Oh, no, no. Yeah, go ahead.
that's pretty much what I was thinking. Like when I saw the He-Man, well, the first one was Scareglow. When I bought
Yeah.
Scareglow, I was like, man, if they're doing this with the
Mhm.
DC line, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. All right. So probably I think I might know the answer to this one now because we've been talking about Joy Toy, but what is your current favorite toy line?
Joy Toy Warhammer.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's not just about the quality of the action figures because Joy Toy is pure quality with
Yeah.
their action figures. I'm not saying that like they're 100% like perfect. No figure is like 100% perfect, but to me they're close to it.
Yeah.
And not just that, I believe most likely is the story and the lore of Warhammer, and it's mind blowing to me as a toy collector, pop culture fan, and everything that I never went into Warhammer, the
Me either.
lore
Me
before,
either.
and they're like over 30 years.
Yeah.
Like
It
there,
somehow missed me the entire time I was growing up. But yeah, and I love big mechs and people in suits. Like this seems like if I'd have known about it, I'd have been all into this for like the last 30 years, but it somehow missed me. I guess it was more of a role-playing game. And outside of playing D&D for or trying to play D&D with some friends when I was a little kid, I never really got into it. I wasn't much of a role-playing kid.
Mhm.
So that's probably why it missed me completely.
Yeah, I think we're in the same spot because I wasn't into role play games, right? And especially minis, like
Yeah.
paint minis and stuff like that. I'm not talented at all at painting. I can do a black wash in a figure. I can do a dry brush maybe, but
Hmm.
like painting a like a mini figure is impossible for me. So I believe that's what keep me away from the Warhammer lore. But man, now that I'm like into it, and man, I love the story. It's so amazing that actually I will say I love more the story than the action figures. And I get
Yeah.
into the lore, and when I see some like character in the lore, I was like, I need that figure in my life. Like just because of the
Mhm.
the the background story of
Yep.
every single character. So yeah, that's pretty much my main collection. And what I love the most right now is Joy Toy Warhammer.
Yeah, like, I love it when to me, I said this I think I said this in my Elric review, the Savage Crucible Elric figure, was that if your figure makes me want to go and, like, do a deep dive into the lore, like, you've done your job. Like, there's no better praise I can give an action figure than you make me want to go read Elric books now. And Warhammer was the same way. I bought the Joy Toys because they looked good. They looked great. And I at the first time I held one and you feel the mixture of plastic and metal and just how it feels great in your hand, I was like, I need to learn about this. I want to read books. I bought the Space Marine 2 game on PlayStation. So I'm playing that. Like I dove into the lore and yeah,
They
I
have a
dig it.
new free update, I believe, right?
I know. I just saw the video last night. I can't wait to download that. And I'm also a huge fan of Henry Cavill. He will forever be my Superman. He's just my Superman. That's just how it is. I'm sorry for people who don't like it, but knowing that he is that he's the driving force behind like this Warhammer Amazon Prime show that will be coming out eventually. Just knowing that just makes me happy because I know like that dude doesn't love anything more than he does
He's a
Warhammer.
geek. He's a
Yeah.
geek. He love
He's one
Warhammer.
of
I mean,
us.
yeah, he love War. It's even worse because he paint the minis. Like
Yeah.
he loved the actual tabletop game, and it's so crazy and good at the same time to have him on board,
Yeah.
especially with all the conditions that he put to Amazon to
Yeah.
be able to make this show.
Right.
So I have high expectations with this one. I don't like to have high expectations, but if he's involved the way
Yeah.
he's supposed to, man, this show is gonna be like
Well, I mean, he's
great.
already kind of proven it to us already because he walked away from The Witcher because
Mhm.
he was like, they don't get it. He's like, they're not listening to me. They don't understand the character of Geralt and they want me to just grunt and kill things. And he's like, this isn't the books. This isn't the source material. And if you don't get it right, I'm gonna walk. And he walked because they wouldn't listen to him. So
Yeah,
like I think he's already proven to us that he's willing to walk away from a project if it's not straight. Like,
yeah, fun fact. Actually, talking about Elric, I mean, The Witcher is influenced by Elric,
right,
right?
yeah.
So, I mean, it's a great character, man. That figure is insane,
It's so good. Like it's
so
so
good.
great. All right. So you did kind of allude to this earlier, but just in case, I'm gonna give you an out just in case you want to change. But what is your current favorite action figure right now?
My current favorite action figure right now. Sometimes I change my mind with stuff
Oh, yes.
depending on
Yep.
what I get first, right?
Yeah. So
Uh,
today, Friday morning, just today, what is your current
oh
favorite?
man, that's an easy one. Man, the Mondo 112 2000X He-Man.
I missed that guy. I had it on pre-order and I canceled it. Now I'm regretting it. Yeah,
Man,
he looks great.
it is insanity in action
Dang.
figure form. It's in, I don't want to like rub this on you,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but uh, I told everybody when I was talking in last year in San Diego. I was talking with everybody in Mondo. Like actually, so fun because Peter Santamaria, which one of the main guys in Mondo, he live here in Florida. He's like he live in
Nice.
Miami, and he's friends with one of my best friends. I mean, we're friends together as well. But we were talking about it in San Diego last year, and I saw the figures personally, and I was like, man, if people miss this, they're gonna regret it.
I'm gonna try to go back and get it. I think the Skeletor is still up on Big Bad Toy Store. I think I can make
Though,
maybe.
yeah, Skeletor is not in Big Bag. Skeletor is in, um, I think, in Entertainment Earth.
Oh, okay. All
So
right. I could do
get
that.
him from Entertainment Earth now that you can. And the He-Man, you may need to. I mean, I
Oh,
don't
you're
know.
right. They are sold out on Big Bad Toy Store. Dang.
Yeah, Big Bad Toy Store, they're sold out already. So you need to get that Skeletor. The
Yeah,
Skeletor is insane because
he looks good.
Tommy Hodge is the one who designed Skeletor.
Nice.
Like we're good friends, and Tommy love, love the cartoon. And this is one of the things. Like 2000X is one of my favorite cartoons. Actually, over the Filmation cartoon.
Really?
Yes, the story to
Okay.
me is so appealing because they make justice to the bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I like. The I mean, all the characters are so good in 2000X, and just by the fact that they're making this is kind of like my dream toy line right now. And Tommy is the one now in charge to design all the characters. After he didn't design He-Man, um, he designed the rest of the figures so far. So I was talking to him, and actually, I'm really honored to say it. I mean, I can say it because it is already out. But I kind of like suggest him on Man at Arms the effect for the mace with the electricity on
Hmm.
the top. We were talking in San Diego, and he's like, "Hey, Mega J told him like, listen, Carlos is the biggest fan of 2000X, so you should talk to him." So we were talking like for a while, for an hour, and he's like, "Hey, what do you think about the line?" And I was like, "Yeah, awesome." When we were talking about Man at Arms, I was like, "Hey, I got a question for you. Do you ever thought on having like an effect on like Man at Arms, like when he was fighting Skeletor, it was kind of like electricity on the mace?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Bro, that would be crazy if you make an effect that you just put there and that's it." And I mean, fast forward, the effect is there, and he
Nice.
messaged me and he's like, "Hey, dude, look." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's awesome, crazy." But yeah, man, that's my favorite line on
I
that.
knew when Mondo said that they were going to switch to like, well, not switch, but start offering 112 scale figures. I knew I was in trouble because I have all of their Ghostbusters
Oh,
and they
really?
are just incredible. They're so good. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the 2000X cartoon. Now, I'm a
Uh-huh.
huge fan of the 2000X action figure line because that's really now I knew of the Four Horsemen when they were at Todd Toys and they left, and I had heard about them when they left um, Todd Toys, but it was not really until the 2000X line that I really took notice of Four Horsemen because, and it was specifically their Whiplash figure.
Oh man.
So that the Whiplash is just so like the way they redesigned him as like this big, burly, like chubby, like gladiator. I was like, that's brilliant. And that the proportions, and I still have that figure because I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. And when Mondo does that figure, like I am 100% getting it, like for sure. Like there's
Man,
no doubt in my mind. But
Trap Joe.
oh yeah,
Trap
they all look. They just. Well, I'm gonna have to pay a pretty penny to go back and get He-Man and Skeletor, but
the the
I'm
the
gonna do
the,
it.
the only the I would say the only one that I'm like, "Oh, I'm crossing my fingers because I know." So it's like right stuff, right? Because they
Hmm.
got the rights from Mattel, the license, and apparently they're just allowed to make figures that are just part of the cartoon. uh,
Okay.
so because I was like, I don't know, you remember the statics ones, the
Yep. Yeah.
so Jitsu wasn't on the cartoon. that was just designed by the
Mm,
Four Horsemen,
yeah,
and
he has
that
a huge hand.
yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
He's so detailed. So I don't know if he's gonna be there, but I
yeah,
mean, listen, they make Anti-Eternia He-Man, which Anti-Eternia He-Man wasn't part of the cartoon. They make him as a exclusive.
right.
So I'm hoping, like, okay, so if they do Jitsu will be great. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm super excited for all this line. As I said, that was my favorite cartoon. That's my favorite cartoon ever.
nice, very cool.
2000X. Yeah.
Yeah, man. If Mondo says, "Hey, we're gonna do 1/12 scale Thundercats and Silverhawks," I'm in trouble. Like I'm so in
Just watch
trouble.
out. Watch out. Save your money, maybe.
Oh. Okay, well, we've gotten through the first 10 official questions. We're doing great on time. We did it in just about 30 minutes. That's perfect. So we're going to take a quick little break here. And what I want you to do, if you don't mind, is just tell everybody where they can find you. Where can they find you on YouTube and Instagram and whatever else you're on?
Well, I'm on Instagram, the Badass Reviews. I mean, you can find me there. I pretty much like about everything about toy news related, toy photography. I love to take pictures of my action figures. So yeah, go to the Badass Reviews on Instagram. Also on YouTube, the Badass Reviews for everything toy reviews. I review everything from Joy Toy to, I mean, Mattel, Masters of the Universe, WWE, Mythic Legion, Savage Crucible, everything you may like.
Yeah.
Go to my YouTube channel, The Badass Reviews, and also I'm on TikTok, The Badass Reviews.
Nice.
Mhm.
I just got into the WWE like maybe 3, 4 months ago. And I just went to my first live in-person event.
Oh wow!
WWE went to SmackDown 2 weekends ago. And if you know Omar Munez from the Cabal, me and
Yes,
Omar, he lives in Orlando. He came up and we met in Jacksonville and went. Got to go see. So Danhausen wasn't
Danhausen.
he wasn't there. There was a couple of video segments
Very nice, very
with him.
evil.
I know I love him, but I did get to see Cody Rhodes in person, so that was
Oh
pretty cool
wow,
because he's my
that's
favorite.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a great night. It was 2 weekends ago SmackDown. All right, let's jump into the back 10 of these questions and see if we can get this wrapped up in the next 30 minutes. All right, so outside of action figures, do you collect anything else?
Outside of action figures, I will say yes. I like knives.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
You have
huge fan of knives. I'm a countryman, so from my country, from Panama. So I grew up in the country, so I was really exposed to. I was raised in a farm and stuff like that, so I was used to deal with animals and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I love outdoors,
mhm.
and I believe if you're outdoors, your best friend is a good knife.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, next up, what pre order are you looking forward to most coming out in 2026?
Man, 2026, if it's set for 2026, I will say the Mythic Legions Dragon.
Yeah.
Beta. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the figure. I believe that every single one who kind of like pre-order is waiting for the
Yeah.
whole year, right? Like
Do you already
that's
have a
gonna be
space planned for where it's going to go?
yes and no.
Yeah. I do not. I have no idea where it's going.
I have my Imperial Knight in my table where I do the reviews. So I may make space there, take one of my Marvel Legends Sentinel out of the way, and put my dragon right here in my table. I think he fits on the table if I bend the tail.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to go with one wing off like and then have him like turned in a certain way like up against my back wall back here, but I don't know, we'll have to see. I don't know where that thing's going.
Yeah,
So
are we
everybody keeps
getting
talking
him in
about
20?
making more, like they're like, I want a black one, I want a red one, I want a purple one. I'm like,
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
have one.
remember they're like I think 4 or 5 pillars, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah,
So every
yeah,
single one represents a dragon.
yeah. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna, that's gonna be like, I'd have to be like a famous rapper and have a garage full of
No,
cars
I'm not
like,
gonna have a space for that. I will say the only way I can get another one is if they make a black and red dragon or something
oh
like
yeah, for
that. Mhm.
anti-Eternia He-Man
Yeah,
today. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think there's nothing bigger than that coming out this year, as far as I'm concerned. Um, What is a figure or a figure line that has not been announced, that nobody has talked about, that you would love to see made?
Oh man, uh, I think that one. Um, man, I don't. I mean, this one. It was. I will say it was made a long time ago. They never made it again, or they never touched this. Actually, no. I think they never did that. It's the Hanna Barbera's My Thor. I don't know if they made that figure ever.
Okay.
The My
Yeah.
Thor, including. I mean, dude, if they remake the Herculoids, Thondar the Barbarian, and Mythor from Hanna Barbera, I will be
My
totally
my
in.
hope my hope is that with their cereal mascots, I hope that Jada somehow wrangles the Hanna-Barbera license and can do the Hanna-Barbera universe, because they're doing Scooby-Doo, they're doing these Fred and Barney, but the way I understand it, Fred and Barney is because it's cereal. But I'm like, give me Wilma, give me Bam Bam, give me Dino, like anything. Like, could you imagine if Jada got like the universal Hanna Barbera license, dude?
Listen, I will be. I mean, if somebody takes that license, give me anyone but a good one, right? Like, give me Mondo maybe in 112.
Yeah,
Give me
for
Jada
sure.
toys. Like please take that franchise and make the Herculoids action figures, make
Yeah,
my Thor action figures, and Thondar the
yeah,
Barbarian action figures.
dude. Space
Please,
Ghost, uh,
Space Ghost.
Johnny Quest, um, oh, Captain Caveman, dude. There's just
Captain
oh,
Caveman, man. Imagine a crossover between my Thor and Captain Cave. That happened in the cartoon. So, man, I will be.
yeah, yeah, me and you both be broke. Now here's a fun one. I love this question. If you could take a toy license away from one company and give it to another company, what would it be? And what toy company would you give it to?
Mm, Thundercats.
Ooh,
I'm
uh-oh.
sorry,
Mondo.
Super
Give
7.
it give it to
Take it,
Mondo.
take it, take it from Super 7 and give it to Mondo. 112 Thundercats and
Yeah.
Silverhawks as well.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would, as much as I love those figures and I don't want to rebuy them, if Mondo made them, I would rebuy them. I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine a lion. Imagine a lion made by Mondo. That
Yeah.
would be that would be
Yeah,
crazy.
as long as they kept making, like, their Thundercats 1/6 and their He-Man 1/6, I was like, "That's great. I can enjoy them. I can look at them from afar, but I don't have to buy them." But with their 112 stuff, because 'cause I'm like, I don't have space for 1/6 scale figures. I have a couple of Hot Toys, not a lot, and, I don't have the space for them, so I'm like, "Please keep making all that stuff. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous." I've been to Brian Carr's house. Brian, my friend Brian, has all of the Mondo, like, He-Man stuff. He's got the Sky Sled, he's got Panther, he's got Battle Cat, and they are gorgeous. They're amazing. I have no room for them. So I'm like, that's cool. Just keep making. But when they're like, oh, we're doing real Ghostbusters and it's 1/12, I was like, damn it.
Yeah,
Now I
that
gotta find
happened.
space for that.
That actually happened to me. I had every single of the Mondo releases from 1/6.
Yeah.
But I was running out of space, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I have no space for this. So I sold my whole 1/6 collection. I had the deluxe He-Man, the deluxe Skeletor, Battle Cat, Panther, uh, every single one, and Anti-Eternia He-Man, every single one, and I sold them because I didn't have space for that.
Even Anti-Eternia, you let him go?
Even Anti-Eternia, because you know what?
Ooh.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I will like those figures to be a little bit more bulkier.
Mm.
The aesthetic is like a little bit more like fit guy,
Yeah.
not like that bulky. And I'm used to my He-Man figures to be like a little bit more like beefier.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be in the minority here, and I'm going to say that while I appreciate the guy who is playing He-Man, I think he's going to be great. Um, I'm gonna be that person that says, "I wish that they made He-Man in the movie look the way they did." Do you remember that movie that Ryan Reynolds did called Free Guy, where he played the guy who went into the video game world?
Yeah.
And at the end, he fights the big jacked up version of himself. So it was like somebody else. It was Ryan Reynolds' head, but on
Mhm.
this enormous guy's body. I think it was the guy who plays Shao Kahn in the new Mortal Kombat film. I
Yeah,
think that was the
probably.
same. I wish they would do that for He-Man, so that like when he goes from Adam into He-Man, like there's a visual difference. That's the only criticism I have about the new movie is that he's just slender. I mean, even the way that like I, there was Chris Hemsworth was going to play Hulk Hogan in this movie, and then I think the studio decided there was just too much heat around the Hulk Hogan topic, and he had already been prepping for months, like getting his body ready. And there are pictures out there of him getting ready to play Hulk Hogan, and I have never seen an actor get so jacked for a role. Like he was bigger than like The Rock at like The Rock's biggest. Like he's massive. Like his arms were like this. I couldn't believe how in shape and huge he had bulked up. And I was like, dang, that's like the perfect body for He-Man. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know,
That's
that's
one
just
of my,
me.
yeah. No, and I'm with you. We're maybe in the minority because one of the things that when I saw the kid, I was like, oh damn, he's so like eh, I don't know. He looks more like I will say more like a type of Conan the Barbarian type of
Yeah.
guy, like
Yeah.
than actually He-Man. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think the movie is gonna be great, but yeah, I tried that not to distract myself from
Yeah. Me too.
from the movie. But yeah, I mean, they told me the kid is amazing as He-Man, and
Oh, I think he's gonna instantly
yeah,
be a brand new leading man in Hollywood
yeah.
for sure. I think he's got it all. Well, you've mentioned a few times like going to San Diego Comic Con and some other con. What's your favorite toy con to go to and why?
Okay, even San Diego Comic Con is totally overwhelming. It's like
Yeah, that's what I've
it's
heard.
I don't know. It's kind of like a kid going to Disney or so. uh, I still prefer Legion's Con,
Yeah.
and I prefer Legion's Con not just. And this is a phrase that I kind of like made out of Legion's Con. It's so funny because I always say that to everybody. Legion's Con is not just about the toys, but about the people.
Yeah.
And
It's a family
most
reunion
most
more
of
than
my
anything.
good friends back from Masters of the Universe, collecting Masters of the
Mhm.
Universe, they translate to Mythic Legion. So all these friendships that I have that are going to Legion's Con, they're coming from Masters of the Universe back in the days, right? So it's kind of like a family reunion. It's I seen the people that I interact the whole year through a computer or my
Mhm.
phone and talk to them, hug them, shake their hands, like hang out with them. So to me, Legion's Con is that. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
family reunion, and I really love that. I'm a people's man, so
Yeah.
I really love to interact with everybody. San Diego is a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
It's massive. Even I seen people there, but you don't have time
Yeah.
for anything. It's so overwhelming, in a cool way. But I believe my favorite con is Legion's Con.
Yeah, mine too, for sure. I have a buddy that lives in Hollywood. Actually, he got moved out there for his job, and like 3 years ago, and he went to San Diego Comic Con for his first time. He's like, "I got to do it. I got to go." And he went, and I asked him how was it, and he goes, "It was incredible." He's like, "I loved it, and I'll never do it again." He goes, "It was the best, most miserable experience of my life." He's like, "There's
Oh,
too many people." He's like, "Forget about getting exclusives. You're never gonna get anything if you try to get any exclusives, he's like, you're in line the entire day. He's like, you go from one line to another line to another line. You either miss the entire con waiting for the exclusives, or you miss all the exclusives trying to experience the con. He's like, he's like, it's crazy. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't.
It was for exclusive. For example, I was lucky enough because I was a panelist last year. So they give me the badge of professional, right? So I was able to get earlier than,
Nice.
not earlier than the vendors, but earlier than the general admission, right?
Right.
So let me tell you something. I was in line for 3 days in a row for the Mesco exclusive,
Sure.
the all black dog nocturnal,
Hmm.
and on the last day, I was able to get it, and not just because I was first in line, just because they broke the line, right? Because it was some issue, people trying to fight over the line or something like that. So they broke the line and they say, "Hey, we're gonna do it again at 10:30 a.m. or something like that." And I was there waiting, right? It was across the hall from Mythic Legion, so I was talking to Jeremy in the meantime, and out of the blue, they say, "We're gonna form the line right now," and the security was next to me,
Mm.
so I was able to get in line, maybe like five, or no, it was 10 people in front of me, so I was able to get in line. So
Nice.
that's how I got that exclusive. Now, the rest of the exclusive, Mega J, Danny Green, and other people were making the line for Hasbro. So they were like, "Hey, man, we're here in the line. We're going to let you know when we're about to get there," because they knew I was doing interviews and taking pictures and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Right.
like, "We're going to let you know. We already told the guy in front of us and behind us that we have a friend that is coming. So just for you to come in." And they called me. Thank to them, I was able to get the Hasbro exclusive. But yeah, it's a nightmare. It's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
All right. We're going to power through these last four pretty quickly. So, lightning round. Do you have any collecting regrets?
Any collecting regrets? Any collecting regrets? I will say action figure. You say, like, any action figure that I regret
Yeah.
getting?
Like not buying something that you had the chance to, selling something that you wish you hadn't. Like, have you ever, do you have any regrets when it comes to your collecting?
Well, yeah, when I saw my whole Motu Classics collection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
had,
did that too. I did that same exact thing. I sold my entire Motu Classics. Yeah.
man, my Moto Classics collection was insane. I had every single figure in box and every single figure open.
We had to endure Maddie Collector, Red Screen of Death, at work, during the workday. Yeah, it was if you think
Yeah.
about what we all went through to get each one of those
Oh
figures.
my God, tell me about it, man. The red Granomir, that was a pain. Man, the exclusive King Grayskull,
Yeah.
that was horrible. I mean, so many figures. Anti-Eternia He-Man was a nightmare. I remember because that was one of the last ones.
Mhm.
It was more people into it. So, oh man, that was. But yeah, I regret selling my whole Moto Classics collection.
Yeah. I sold all of mine for about 3 grand, and I bought like this big, massive, like wooden playhouse for my two boys at the time.
Well,
And had to put it, yeah, I had to put it together, and it took like a whole week to put this thing together, and had to have friends over and stuff. And when it moved with us, and eventually a couple years ago we had to dismantle it was too old, and we had to dismantle it and get
but it
rid of
was a
it.
great. I mean, I did pretty similar stuff with you because I had, like, back in those days, a big truck, and I love, like, lifted trucks and jacked up
Mm,
trucks, right? So I was investing in lift my truck and buying some new tires and rims and stuff like that. So I was like 10 grands, something like that. So
nice.
I sold my collection for almost $7,000, like the whole collection.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, that's a good money and it's saving me
Yeah.
money. So hey, it is what it is.
All right. Well, along those lines of selling it, if you had to sell every single thing that you owned today and you could only keep one line and moving forward, it would just be that one line, what would it be?
Oh man, Joy Toy Warhammer.
Ooh,
Even
I
I
used to
love,
love that.
Mondo, the 2000X. Man, I really love that. But man, Warhammer. I think Warhammer.
Yeah, nice. All right, your house is on fire. Your family and animals get out safe. They're already out, and they're like, Carlos, get out of the house. And you grab one figure to run out of the house with. What is it?
It's gonna be a little monster truck that maybe costs, I will say, $1. That was my first action figure given to me from my daughter. She went to the
Oh,
dollar
nice.
store and she told mom when she was little, she's now 13. When she was little, she's like, I'm gonna buy a toy for dad because I know he collect toys. And that's
Oh,
my most precious toy in my collection.
perfect answer. All right, last and final question. What's your favorite thing about collecting?
My favorite thing about collecting is the
Mm,
rush of getting something new. Sometimes I sell entire collections because I don't have the desire and the rush to keep collecting stuff. It's kind of
mhm,
like a drug to me. Like when you have a new toy line that you're like, oh, what's next? Or the hunt of those figures,
mhm,
right? Especially like Moto Classics. Moto Classics was the best example, right? Like, oh, get ready because the figure is coming, whatever. Or with Mezco, when some exclusive from Mezco is coming, that rush going to stores like Target when the GI Joe Classified just came out. Hey, go
mhm.
there, spend maybe like 2 hours before the store was opening because Baroness was coming. That type of rush I really love, and the relationships,
Yeah.
with other action figures collectors. That is priceless to me.
Absolutely priceless. That's always the answer people come back with 100% of the time. And I couldn't agree more. Well, dude, thank you so much for sitting down and doing this with me. This has been incredible. I feel like I've already gotten to know you like so much better through this whole thing. And that's what it's all about. This will be live on the channel today. I'll try to get this edited and put up
Awesome.
today for our Friday video. I'm glad to be doing this, and I can't thank you enough for being my first guest on season 2 of Meet the Collector. We're going to be keeping doing this. Hey, we talked about Blake. Blake was on season 1, so you'll have to
Oh,
go back
that's
and
awesome. I'm gonna
yeah,
watch
yeah,
it.
go back and check that out. So tell everybody again where we can find you online.
Well, Instagram. You go to the Badass Reviews on Instagram for everything toy photography and toy news related. My YouTube channel, The Badass Reviews, also on YouTube, and TikTok, The Badass Reviews. But most importantly, follow this guy right here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Follow him. He's doing a great job and a great, like great things for the community just by the time you're putting in your videos, the love you put in your everything you do, like with your channel and everything, giving the opportunity and a platform for collectors, to be known for everybody, like that's priceless, and that's one of the best things. So hey, please follow him, not me, follow him.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the kind words. I really do appreciate it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys dig this video. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And Carlos and I, we'll see you in the toy house.